Who that nation? It has finally happened. Sean Payton is going to the Denver Broncos. We finally got a first round pick. I repeat, we finally got a first round pick. We have the 30. We have the 30th pick, but essentially it's the 29th pick, which Miami forfeits due to tampering with Sean Payton trying to get him to be the head coach. How ironic is that? Yeah, I'm just so glad that this finally happened, because when it's all said and done, let's keep it real. It was likely that Sean was going to be out the door. I seen so many talks about him possibly returning and stuff like that, but let's keep it real. He wanted out, so it is what it is, and we needed to get that compensation for him. So I'm here to give my thoughts on that. First thing first, I mean, obviously we need a quarterback. That's without the doubt. That's without a doubt the main priority that the Saints need to address. I know they got other needs, especially looking at that defensive line. But yeah, I mean, pretty much quarterback is the main priority. So let's talk about it. First thing first, I see Brandon in the comment section. Well, since we got that pick, let's draft Tennessee quarterback Hendon Hooker, please. I agree with you, Brandon. I'm right there with you, man. And I know there's going to be so many takes. Like, for one, everybody, I see plenty of people saying tank for Caleb, which would be the next draft. But I mean, let's keep it real. The Saints is not losing as many games as they as what y'all would want to. Some of y'all, like, I don't even understand why y'all would even want to tank. I mean, there's just so many repercussions you can have for trying to tank. I mean, you have players wanting out, players like Lattimore and stuff like that, but I'm not going to even entertain that. But yeah, I'm with you, Brandon. I'll take Hooker. We need a young quarterback. I mean, if we were to get a veteran some way get a veteran quarterback, it is what it is. That'll be okay, I guess. But we need to draft a quarterback because I mean it's way past overdue. Yeah, I'll definitely take Hooker. So yeah, first off, I hope they don't trade the first round. I hope they don't trade these picks for no Derek Carr. That's one thing I want to get out the way. I would hate that so much. First of all, J Dog, I see you, man. I see you say, bro, I'm happy. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy. I think I would feel a whole lot better if Dennis Allen and Pete Carmichael wasn't here, but more so of Pete Carmichael. I mean, really, Dennis Allen, he plays a huge part in that. But I'm just saying I would be even more thrilled, if they wasn't our coaches. But it is what it is. Yeah. So, okay, we didn't only just get the 29th pick. We got the second round pick for the 2024, and we also are giving up a pick, which I really didn't want, but it is what it is. I think, it's the 2024 third round pick that we are sending over to the Broncos. So I'm not too thrilled about that either, but we just gotta work with what we got. If they don't draft a quarterback, I don't even know what else to say, J Dog. Like if they don't do that, man. I mean, it is what it is. It wouldn't shock me if they do something pretty dumb, but at this point, I mean, will it shock anybody? I mean, like I said, looking at that D line, not to say who knows what's going to happen with Davenport, who knows what's going to happen with David Ayamad. I doubt we were resigning those dudes, but we know we're going to be looking at some guys to go on that defensive line. No quarterback means we tanking or have another horrible season. put it like this, man. I mean, I've seen that talk so much going on this whole off season. I'm just thinking like there's no way that the Saints are going to be tanking, man. Like we got players like Kamara. They're not going to. Well, obviously Kamara, he's going to be suspended at the start of the season, but these dudes are not going to be trying to lose on purpose. All right. I'm not even a fan of it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I want a quarterback, as good as Caleb is. I would love him, but I'm definitely not. Who wants to sit through a losing season? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I pretty much. I mean, this is pretty much all I got to say about this. But I'm going to send this link in the comment section just in case y'all want to talk about it. I mean, I pretty much don't really have much else to say about it. I just wanted to report this, talk about it a little bit with y'all, man, because we haven't been on here in a minute. I mean, we've been pretty busy, but for the most part, we've been also waiting to see what happens. I mean, like, why talk about anything else when we still waiting for this move and it finally happened? So there's that. But yeah, man, anybody that wants to come in, join, let's do it. Let's get it. Let's talk about it. If not, I'm gonna give it 5 minutes and then I'm out. And the comment section is also, y'all can keep the comments rolling if y'all want to add anything. But this is pretty much all I got, man. I'm gonna keep it real. I hope the Broncos crash and burn. I like Russell Wilson. I love Russell Wilson a lot, man. I think he's a good dude. I think, I wanted him to be the Saints quarterback, but I mean, after the season he's had, I don't know why. I don't know how he went down, man. I don't know if it was an injury or what. Can Sean Payton fix him? Maybe he can. I don't know, but I honestly hope the Broncos crash and burn. Yes, I guess you can say I'm salty. Sean Payton, he quit on us. That's how I feel about it. So, J Dog says, I don't know. It would be harder to tank with the squad we got. I'm not even entertaining it, man. We shouldn't tank. We shouldn't tank. I mean, we're gonna likely probably not do good with Dennis Allen, but I mean, depending on the quarterback, we won't know for sure. So, you know what I mean? Like a quarterback, like as we can say what we want about Pete Carmichael, we can say what we want about Dennis Allen, but I mean, one quarterback can change a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can make a huge argument that, Sean Payton wasn't much out of Drew Brees, but that a lot of people are going to disagree with that. Do I believe so? I mean, I'm starting to believe like for him to want out just one season after Drew Brees retired. I don't know, man. I feel like there's some truth to that. So, I mean, I think he's I think he's a good coach, man. When it's all said and done, he's easily one of the best coaches. But how good are you? You know what I'm saying? What's up, James Smart? I see you. What's good, man? J Dawson, I don't know, but this is great news for us, man, because, man, it would be a drag with no first-round pick. Yeah, it definitely would be. We got reasons to be happy. I agree with you, though. We got reason to be happy. I mean, it's always exciting, especially when you have a chance to take a quarterback. When we take a quarterback, we better take a quarterback because, I mean, like you pretty much said, man, if they don't take a quarterback, I don't even know what else to say, man. But it is what it is, dog. I feel like this. I feel like Saints will end up drafting a quarterback at some point in the draft. I think it's going to be Hooker. Obviously, if it is Hooker, it got to be that 29th pick. So, yeah. I'm going to stay for about 3 more minutes. If anybody want to come in, just join in. The link is in the comment section below. And, yeah, keep the comments coming, by the way. Do we know what picks we get? Yes, we get the 30th pick, but really it's the 29th pick because the Miami Dolphins, they forfeit that pick for tampering with Sean Payton, which is very ironic. We also get the second pick from the Broncos. Broncos in 2024, and we trade the third round pick from the same year, which is 2024. So, like I said, not a fan of that, not a huge fan of that. James, I see you, man. What's up? I got you live, James. I got you. Brian Parker says, "Who that? Who that to you, man?" James, what's up with you, man? How you doing?
Man.
Yo, James, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, how you feeling, man? What's up?
I feel good, man. I was very critical of Mickey Loomis last week, and Uptown them correcting me on that because I wanted Mickey Loomis gone after he had brought Dennis Allen. Because I was under the impression, I was under the impression that he wasn't gonna bring Dennis Allen back, and then I was like, okay, he gonna bring Dennis Allen back. So I was like, okay, Pete Carmichael definitely is gone. And then he brought him back. I was very critical last week, but the news that we just
You kind of breaking up there, James. You kind of breaking up, James.
Sean Payton. Hello.
Yeah, you was breaking up, man.
Hello.
I'm sorry, man. You might have to start over, man. Couldn't hear you.
I was saying Sean Payton really tried to throw a wrench in this whole. He really tried to
That,
throw a wrench in this whole ordeal by Cowher saying, "Oh yeah, I'm only to get the job done." He was Sean Payton really the ops to me right now, bro. But I was really glad that we got something for him. We got a pick. Maybe we can get a quarterback and turn the page to something new.
yeah, agreed. Yeah, I mean, man, look, it is what it is, man. I'm definitely no longer a fan of Sean Payton. I appreciate the Super Bowl, what he's done for this team. But I'm glad he's gone. He wanted to quit on the team. Pretty much what you said, I agree, man. I, to be frankly honest, I don't think it really mattered what he said, but it was up to Mickey. Like pretty much what you were saying, it was up to Mickey on it. What he would ask for. I'm just glad he didn't just go out without a fight, man. Essentially, I mean, at first it was actually 2 first round picks that they was asking for, and
Oh yeah,
it seemed like that was like all the teams were starting to lose interest, so they had to settle for that second that second in the next year. I'm not too happy that we gave up that third round pick, but it is what it is, man.
it is. That's why I was saying it is what it is. So now we ain't got to see this dude on TV hollering about what he worth, and we ain't got to hear no rumors about him. Cause I was kind of through with Sean Payton last year when he tried to backdoor and go to Miami. That's when I was
Yeah,
like, you know what? This dude out here, he out here bad, man. And then
hmm
everybody on Saints Twitter was trying to like protect this dude. And I'm like, do y'all know what this dude tried to do last year? He tried to leave last year. And y'all
exactly.
hollering about that one Super Bowl he gave us. That's cool. I ain't got no problem with that. But what about the other times that we finished with the best record in the NFL and we got sent home, packing
Right.
at home? What about that time? I hope he be me personally, I hope he be very unsuccessful in Denver.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's like, bro, when there was reports that he wanted to come back and coach, there was nothing. I felt like there was no way, man, that you could. Like, look, there. Of course, some would think that it was possible that he would come back, but man, once he quit, it's like you knew there was no way he was coming back. Like, why would you come back? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, everybody in the Saints fans were like, "Oh yeah, Sean Payton's gonna come back." I'm like, now why would they run off Dennis Allen, which I would love for them to do, but in that situation, why would you run off Dennis Allen to let this to let this punk come back? You know what I mean? Like he left, he left for good. He left during a time where the franchise is kind of figuring out, okay, do we rebuild or do we keep the pieces that we got and build off of that? Because that's the crossroads where they are at right now. And he was like, you know what? I ain't finna deal with this. I'm finna dip.
Exactly. I mean, like 1 year after Breeze retired, man, he couldn't last more than a season. Man. Like, come on.
Exactly. So that's why I was like, too, I'm done with him. I really thought Mickey Loomis was gonna get fleeced, but in this situation, he did what he did. I do agree with you. We shouldn't have gave up that third round.
Yeah, I didn't want to give up any picks.
I would have gave him a 7th-round pick. You know what I'm saying? I'd have gave him that 7 and told him go on about your business.
For real.
So now we could turn the chapter from the Sean Payton stuff and focus on the team and what are the needs of this team and try to move forward. It's going to be hard with Dennis Allen and Pete Carmichael because those dudes are like the two stooges. It's hard to look past them, but I'm being very optimistic this year. But I was very glad that Mickey Loomis got some picks, got a pick for us, and let's see where this goes.
Yeah, for real, man. Let's see. I mean, it can still be an entertaining off season, despite them remaining here, man. But let's just see.
Yeah, let's see, man. Well, appreciate for letting me come in. Who that to everybody. Y'all have a good night. If you're in DFW, stay off them roads because it's major ice out here. So just be safe.
All right, man. Shout out to you, James, man. Thank you for coming. All right, we got AKA the Scientist. What's up with you?
You hear me knocking?
I hear you.
Well, let me in. Nah, I'm just playing, bro. What's good with it, man? How are you?
Oh, man, I'm fine. I'm so glad we got this pick. I mean, we got picks, but, I'm just so glad that we got that first round pick. So
yeah, we got a pick, man. We got a pick. It's like, oh, happy day. Man, now I'm just wondering what we're going to do in this offseason and coming into this draft, man. What you got? You got any ideas on the offseason? What we looking at?
Well, look, they can go so many ways, and I mean, with Dennis Allen, they could definitely do all kinds of stuff that we probably won't agree to. Like I said, I don't know if you heard me earlier, but I really hope they don't do nothing crazy like send this first or even a second for Derek Carr. I'm not a huge fan of that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Really, I just believe for some reason, like a few weeks back, I just started thinking like I just see the Saints drafting Hooker, man. I just see that as a huge possibility that they're going to draft Hooker. I just don't know, if it was going to be the first or second round. If it was about the compensation or what we get for Sean Payton, but I mean, it could have been the second round as well. But I just see us drafting Hooker, man. We'll see if I'm wrong on that, but.
Man, I really don't like Hooker. I think we could get him like maybe in the third round. I think he might slide.
I'm not saying that I'm thrilled, but I'll be okay with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's overdue. You know what I'm saying? All these quarterbacks we passed up in these past drafts and everything. Like, why would we just pass up on? Why would we do it again?
Right.
Like, I mean, you go back to this past season, and I mean, they did it right by drafting Chris Olave. We needed a receiver, we needed tackle. So I feel like knowing that we need a quarterback, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna do what we gotta do. So I like most of the moves that they made last offseason. I really hated a certain move, but draft wise, I mean, the draft was pretty decent. So
you hated that CJ Gardner-Johnson trade.
Oh yeah, you didn't even have to name it, man. I hated it. I still hate it, man. But it is. It is what it is.
But if we get Hooker though, we gonna still need a quarterback for this upcoming season because he got the ACL.
You're right. I mean, we can get a vet. We can still get a vet. I mean, who knows? I think it's likely that James Winston is out the door. Will they resign Andy Dalton? I can tell you right now, I'm not. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. If I got to see Andy Dalton again next season, I probably won't watch a single game until he's not on that field. I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all. Bro, no, look, it's like this, bro. We had to sit up here and watch 14 games with this dude, man. I didn't even want him as a backup. Like, he was looking at me, crazy, questioning me when I said I didn't even want this dude as a backup, man. I'm not doing it again, man. That was hard to watch. Anytime you getting shut out by the team you can't stand, anytime you only scoring 7 points, you scored 7 points on the first drive and you can't score the rest of the game, man. I don't care what nobody say. We can sit up there and talk about Pete Carmichael. Yes, he is at fault. But when it's all said and done, bro, you gotta look at that quarterback position. And when you sit up there, you just, what I'm saying, you can't even score more than 7 points, man.
Yeah.
Not even, sometimes not even a point.
Not even a
I
point.
had enough. So you know what I'm saying? So many people had so much to say about Jameis. I agree. He's not the answer either. But yeah. I'll be damned if I got to see Andy Dalton again.
Dang, that's crazy. I think Jameis might want to run it back though, man. I don't know. He seemed like he loved it for some reason.
It's over. It's over. Just because of Dennis Allen, man. Just the fact that they made Andy Dalton a starter.
Yeah.
They you know what I'm saying. From all the talks, it seemed like that they promised him that he wasn't going to lose his job over injury. And that evidently they didn't keep their word on it. So there's bad blood there, and I just don't see him being here.
I don't know. I think they was looking out for his best interest, man, because he was looking bad playing injured, man.
Yeah, he did. He looked bad.
But, I think they just shut him down for the year, man. There was no point in him coming back because it wasn't like it was just a tough call, man. Honestly, I think it was just a tough call. We just need to go ahead, put everybody pride aside, and let's try to just. Like you said, because ain't nobody trying to watch Andy, man.
I'm not.
Andy, man.
I'm not, bro.
But what we could get what about Stetson Bennett or like that TCU quarterback Max Duggan? We might be able to get him pretty late.
I tell you what, bro. Any quarterback, look, I know nobody really wants me to say any quarterback, but it's just the fact that we passed up on so many quarterbacks we didn't, draft for the future at all these past seasons. I'm with whatever, man, when it comes to quarterback at this point. I'm just not trying to see that, So,
yeah, for real.
Any quarterback that they choose, let's just see. Yeah, man, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. I mean, and there's going to be talks about can they take these picks and they package up the possibly trade up to get a quarterback early.
Yeah, what you think about that?
I mean, I'm fine with that too. I would rather that than trade that for somebody like Derek Carr.
Right.
I promise you, if they do that, man, I probably won't watch. I probably won't watch them. So
yeah. So if they package their picks, who should they go for? Because I think CJ and Bryce are like top 10.
Well, I mean, the real question is how far can they go? How high can they go?
I think
how high can they trade up?
I think we can at least get 10 because 10 is Philly, so they probably wouldn't be against moving that pick. But who can drop to 10 though? Maybe what about that guy Anthony Richardson?
I actually like him. I know what people are gonna say. They're gonna talk about his completion percentage.
Yeah.
He has a high ceiling, but it really is high risk, high reward. You know what I mean? You don't know
right? Yeah, for sure.
But just the plays he make, man, with his legs and everything, man.
Yeah, that's a problem to deal with.
Yeah, that's the stuff I like. So
yeah, for sure.
I mean, I'll definitely be okay with him as well.
Yeah,
it's about how they develop. I won't bet on Pete Carmichael, doing anything with him. But I'm just keeping it what it is, man. I don't see Dennis Allen and Pete being here another year. I'm not assuming that they're gonna do good. So,
yep. Well, we on the way, man. It looks like we getting ahead of the rebuild out here. It looks like we on the way.
Yeah, I guess we can call it that.
That's what it's looking like, man.
We can call it that. If they start trading away, cornerstone pieces, then.
Yeah, because I mean, how long can Cam Jordan and DeMario Davis keep it rolling?
Well, I mean, they on their way out anyway. So I was talking about like players like Kamara,
Lattimore. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like when we get to that point, man, then so be it. But
Yeah, I feel you, bro. Hey, well, appreciate you letting me be on the show with you, man. About to go
hey,
ahead and
man,
let it go.
thank you for joining in, man. For real,
Yes, sir.
appreciate you.
All right, man. Who that to you?
Who that to you as well,
Yes, sir.
Jerry in the house.
Man, what a great way to close out January with this breaking news that happened earlier, my man.
You ain't lying.
Woo! My goodness. A whole month of January with ups and downs and twists and turns. But after this news broke, I'm happy.
Yes,
I am
sir.
happy, WD. Dude. When I saw that, when I saw this news broke, I said, wait a minute, are you serious? I mean, you're joking. No, you're pulling my leg. Seriously?
Hey,
Sean
man, you
Payton
ain't
going
dreaming.
to the Denver Broncos
Yes, sir.
for some picks that we finally got,
Yep.
bruh. Now, WD, I'm gonna share this with you. Now we all know what happened before the season started last year. We lost a draft pick. We lost Gardner Johnson. Yes. What did we get in return? Nobody. But after this move been made, with Sean Payton going to the Denver Broncos, and we got not one but 2 draft picks, one for this year and one for next year. Hey, I love it. And look, and I'm gonna say this right here, WD. You're gonna have some Saints fans that'll say they like it, and you're gonna have some fans say they don't like it. But overall, the deal is done, and I will accept that deal.
I think we all do, Jerry.
All of us, bro. I just love what I'm hearing, bro.
So how you feel about Sean Payton going to Denver?
Hey, everybody been talking about it for weeks. I say it's either going to be Denver or it's going to be Arizona.
Yeah,
Or
but
it's
what I
gonna be
mean,
Houston. But now Houston got them a new head coach from that guy from the 49ers. Hey, I say shoot for it.
yeah. So how
And
you?
that's
I'm saying
exactly.
though, how you feel about Sean Payton? That's what I'm saying. How you feel about Sean Payton?
Feel better now. I mean, dude, I say I feel better. Cause dude, all this talk, the last few weeks, WD. Sean, just go to a team, bro. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Denver. I don't care if it's this team or that team. Just go to a team so we can get some picks, please. Because this is giving me a headache, WD. This is giving me a headache, bro.
So you was ready to move on to from jump, huh?
Man, look, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, WT. But overall, WD, I love it, bro. I really do. Think about it, because we lost one pick and then we got 2. Hey, like scripture say, asking it shall be given, seeking ye shall find, knocking the door shall be open, and I'm already knocking.
Hello.
Oh, bro, but I seriously, bro. That's the best. Look, like I said earlier, that's the best way to close out January, going into February right now with this news broke. I love it, bro. And also shouts out to the Uptown and WD. I know they CB, and I know they're dealing with all that snow up there. So just they're praying that they make it out safe.
Oh yeah, man, for
Yeah, because
sure,
I've
for
been
sure.
hearing reports about them having like snow and icy roads and stuff like that. Just WD, I mean CB and Uptown, if you're out there, bro, you know all of us we praying for you, bro. I hope y'all make it out safe.
Yes, sir.
Yep. So, but man, how sweet it is! Finally, whew,
And
now
Larry,
we can finally breathe. And
for real.
everybody can just take a chill pill and calm down.
Yeah, we can breathe until he mess up and draft a defensive end.
Oh, just give me a quarterback, man. We can get a defensive end anytime. Give us a quarterback. We need a quarterback like pronto, like immediately, like ASAP. Man, we could always get a defensive end anytime. Just give us a quarterback first. That's the number one priority. And
I
we need
wish.
another running back. That's the second priority. We can get a defensive end, a defensive tackle, like when they have the rounds 4 through 7 when they have it on a Saturday. I mean it don't matter, but quarterback and running back is those two priorities that we need.
Yes, sir. I agree with you. I just wish somebody would have told the Saints that before they drafted Davenport and Peyton Turner. So there's that.
Yeah, because dude, cause I was gonna head over to Metairie and find Mickey Loomis and tell him that if you don't make this move, bro, it's gonna be some trouble. It's gonna be some trouble. And me coming all the way from Mississippi to Louisiana to find you. Oh. But anyway, overall, I love it. The deal is done. Let's go ahead and get the guy. Let's get somebody out of the draft. Let's get a quarterback. Let's get a running back, and whatever else we need, we'll get it later. But right now, a quarterback and a running back is what we need right away, like right now.
Agreed.
I mean, now look. If look, I don't. If Dalton stay as a backup, fine, but not as QB1. No.
I don't even want him at all.
No. Now if you want to be like a decoy like out in the special teams, that's on him. Just give me somebody else to replace him.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. So that's about all I got. WD. I just want to come on here, man. Just want to give you my feedback, my reaction, and all my all that good stuff. So I'm relieved right now. Now that Sean Payton got a job, and everybody talking about, oh, just go back to 5. No, I say no. Go ahead and get this done, so we can all be quiet and enjoy it.
For real.
Oh, bro. All right, WD. That's all I got, my brother.
Hey man, thank you for coming through, Jerry. Man, it's nice talking to you every time we go. Come on, man. So let's just see what we got, and yeah.
Yep, that's just like I said. WD. I mean, you have some fans that like it, you have some fans that don't like it, but overall, the deal is done. Let's enjoy it.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. All right, WD.
All right, man. Who that to you?
Who that for life? Let's get it.
All right, we got 15 in the house. Yo, 15,
what's that?
What's up? Yeah,
what's
I hear
good,
you,
man?
What's up? It's
what's
all
good,
good, man.
Yeah, I know. Finally, this news had broke, man. The suspense was killing everybody, bro.
For sure, man. I mean, we got it, man. We got the first round pick, so
Yeah, man. Is it just me though, or it just seems like we just got the picks back that we gave to Philly. I mean, I just want to
Hey,
like
yo,
I was just
no,
thinking
I ain't gonna
about it,
hold
bro.
you. No, I ain't gonna even hold you, man. Because coming on here, I was thinking, I was like, wait a minute. I mean, basically, man. I mean, to be frank, before I came on here, I seen a tweet that it was a meme, of course, but talking about how we was looking at our picks, with binoculars and stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, that's what had me thinking. I'm just like, yeah, man. I mean, hey, man, it is what it is, man. I guess they learned their lesson. Hopefully.
Right, man. But I'm glad, like just like off the movie Draft Day, your boy was like, man, like I want all my picks back. So I'm like, all right. So at least he made that move to get the picks back. Um, Even though this year is like we like 19 picks away from what we would have had this year if we would have kept that pick. But at the same time, it's like we got 3 first round picks in 2 years, so that's fine with me. You know, and then uh we hit on the last two last year. We hit on those 2 picks, and then just hopefully this year. And I see that they're not scared. They're still not scared to move up in the draft either. So um,
Yeah.
I'm kind of expecting something like that to happen. The
Yeah.
moving up in the draft.
Yeah, and I see them taking the quarterback because, as you can see, this just off the last draft, they was actually doing it based off of position. So, they didn't do anything. They played it safe. So I definitely see them doing it. Will they stay at the position that they at, and then probably draft Hooker? Maybe, I don't know. But I just hope they don't. Again, I'm gonna say it one more time, and I'm gonna say it one last time. I really hope they don't do nothing crazy and trade these picks for somebody like Derek Carr. I would lose my mind.
All right, right. But I mean, I honestly think that we probably need a veteran. Don't try. I mean, if they cut Derek Carr, that's fine. But I don't want them to trade for him.
That's my
That's
point.
probably the
I mean
worst
that.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my point. Yeah. To be frank, yeah, you just hit it right there. I would rather sign him than trade him, although I'm not a fan of him at all. But
Right.
yeah, I
Right.
mean they go ahead.
No, I was about to say, you know, I see that, like Derek Carr is familiar with Dennis Allen. And that's the only reason why I would be, okay. It wouldn't be like no, like, oh, I'm gonna be excited about it. It's gonna be like all right, let's just see where it's gonna go. Because like I said, it'll be like, okay, well, he familiar with Dennis Allen. He know how Dennis Allen operates. And I don't think Derek Carr responds with one of those yelling type of coaches. You know what I'm saying? I think he responds better
Right,
with a Dennis Allen, the little soft type, the little, I'm not gonna get all up in your face type of coach. I think he
right,
responds a
right,
little bit better. They somebody that could give him, you know, enough rope to do whatever it is he gonna do. Either he gonna hang himself or he gonna, pull himself out of the hole. But
right, right, right.
um, yeah, man. I just don't trust Pete Carmichael and Dennis
Nope,
Allen with no rookie
me neither.
quarterback. Not no
Yeah,
starter,
me
man.
neither.
Like, yeah,
I,
yeah. Like
I
if
just,
if go ahead.
I'm just looking at it though, like they won't last longer than this season. So, I mean,
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, like
That's
I'm
true.
not saying we gonna tank, but I, I'm gonna just guess that they don't last that long, man. Because I
Yeah.
mean,
Do any
right now I'm not expecting them to do anything next year. So,
right. I do anybody know how many years Dennis Allen had on his deal?
I didn't pay attention to that because I mean I was so busy just banking on them getting rid of them.
Right. So, because I think if he signed a 2 or 3 year deal, I think this would be the year that he would have to prove that he could be the head coach long term. So I think he might end up trying to go all in this year, and that's probably why they kept Pete Carmichael, and because there's no way he could go all in with a new offensive coordinator, somebody that he don't know or somebody that he's not familiar with, because he don't know what type of scheme or what they're gonna bring in, and they probably would want, you know, a more aggressive type of style offense that Dennis Allen would just seem like he's just afraid of because with that aggressive offense, you risk putting your defense on the field a whole lot more. So he would have to work harder on that defense. See what I'm saying?
Right, right.
So
Well,
that's
I
where
mean,
go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say I mean, he would definitely have to go in. I mean, because right now, I mean, well, the what else?
Right.
I mean, at this point, what else? Really, at this point, he ain't got nothing else to lose. Honestly, I mean,
Yeah, he
I
really
feel
don't. 'Cause-
he ain't no long term answer. We all know that. Um,
Yeah,
so
yeah, that's true, man. Especially not after that showing. I just hope he learns something, do something
right,
different. But if not, man, but like I was about to say that I think that's the reason why he was so afraid of starting Jameis because of the aggressive style that Jameis played. He look at it like, man, dang, that's gonna like now if Jameis out there looking bad, my defense going out there tired. Now the whole team looking
defense
bad.
still tired.
Right. So yeah, even with Andy Dalton, because it's like you get 3 and outs with him. So at least with Jameis Winston, you at least got a quarterback that will try to make you look good by facilitating a comeback or something, like he did with Atlanta. Made
Right.
Dennis Allen look hella good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
but then you bench the man after two
Atlanta,
losses, bro.
Atlanta do that. Yeah.
Right.
I
That's
was just
true.
saying Atlanta do that. They do that. Atlanta do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. You can't. Yeah, you really can't. But um. I'm excited for Sean Payton. I want to see. That's what I wanted to see. I really wasn't. The only thing that I was rooting for with the Cardinals is for us to get that pick. But you know what I'm saying? Like I don't. To me, I felt like the Cardinals, what they probably would have did was try to trade back to see if they could get more picks for that third round pick, and then for that third pick, and then try to trade like whatever they got, probably like a mid or a late, um, and try to trade because they could have got two firsts for that third, you know, for that third pick. They could have probably got two firsts or a first and a second for it, and then they wouldn't have been in as bad of a shape by trading that third pick and whatever else that we probably would have wanted from them. Because I think Mickey Loomis was standing firm on a, 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 a early pick this year and an early pick next year with those two first rounds. So I think if he would have got it early, like if he would have got that third from if he would have got the Cardinals pick, then I think he probably would have got maybe a second or a third, like pretty much the same thing. And probably would have gave up some more picks just to make them feel more comfortable with giving up that third pick. But
I still
yeah,
don't like
yeah, I don't
it.
like giving up nothing, honestly, because I don't feel like we got enough room to be giving up anything. But I mean, it is what it is. They there for a reason. So I'm just okay with getting our picks back, I guess,
Right,
and
right.
keeping being able to draft Chris Olave and Trevor Penning. So I mean that's fine with me. But I'm excited to see what Sean Payton. I want to see him back up his word about how he gonna fix Russell. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
and
Yeah,
then also
me
go
personally,
ahead.
I mean, well, no, you actually go. I'm gonna just keep it to myself. You can go.
Nah, man, say what you was about to say, bro.
I was just saying, like, as much as I like Russell Wilson, man, I hope they crash and burn, man. Forget that,
Oh yeah, damn. Why you on that, bro?
man. Screw Sean Payton, man. He quit on us, man. That's why. That's how I feel, man. It is what
Yeah,
it
I
is.
mean, even though he quit, you know what I'm saying? Even though he quit on us, we still got something for him. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it's not, I mean, if he would have quit and just been like, I'm quit, I'm gone, I'm done. I'm not coming back. I'm staying at Fox. Now, if that would have been the case, like he would have stood at Fox for these next 2 years and then decided to come in, yeah, I would have been pissed. I would have been
Mm-hmm.
mad, dog, like for real. But as far as like, you know, with us at least getting something for him, or getting what we lost in that trade for him, that's fine. You know, because like I said, we got two good players. Um, then on top of that, like he not in the NFC, so we even though we wouldn't have to see him in the playoffs. At we will probably see him maybe once, for once every 4 years we're gonna see him, and probably maybe that would be a nice little storyline if both of our team and their team make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I
that
would I
would be
wouldn't mind,
crazy.
I mean, of course I'm gonna watch it, but that would
Yeah,
be, basically kind of like what's going on now. I mean, I ain't gonna say NFL is rigged, but we know how people think with that, dog. But kind of see
right.
what's going on now with Andy Reid facing the Eagles and the Kelsey Bowl, and
Mm.
all that other.
I didn't even. That just hit me. I didn't even think about Andy Reid going against the Eagles. I didn't even think about
Yeah,
that. Wow, that didn't
yeah,
even hit me till now.
yeah, man. They I don't know. I still don't think the Eagles earned anything because they played basically everybody at their worst. You know, and even played us when we was down a bunch of players, and we still spank it. You know what I'm saying? We still spank that
Mm.
out, But
Yeah,
I just don't. I'm looking at like they going hard about that the fact that they beat the 49ers the way they beat the 49ers, but y'all played a team with no quarterback
yeah.
at all.
Y'all didn't see
So
that
it's
bonding
like,
program? That was a bonding program. I knew a bonding program when I see one.
dude, yeah, and then I'm like, okay, we lost picks, we lost coaches, picks, players, and money for bounty. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing air quotes for bounty, and then y'all come back and say y'all was wrong about it. You know what I'm saying? And now y'all see this going on, but if that was the Saints, then we would have got in trouble again for the same thing,
Uh,
basically. So I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. They the Eagles, so I mean, I guess that's I don't know what they be saying about these big markets, small markets, and all that other stuff, but it is what it is, man. Like we all see what's going on. But yeah, man, back to our team. Hell with them. Back to
right.
our team. Uh, and I'm also excited for your boy, man, Ryan Nielsen, man, going to our rivals.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah. I hope that crash and burn too. But it
I
is
hope so
Atlanta,
too.
so
I mean, I wish him success though. With as far as like not playing us, so they they could do what they want to do. I mean, they could do their thing against the Bucks. They could do their thing against Carolina and whatever other team. But I
mm,
hope when we play them, we crush them. Like
right,
we always do. But
right,
I bet the Atlanta Saints. They alright, I guess.
right.
That's our people going over there, the Atlanta Saints, because
Yeah,
that's
to get
basically what they're
their ass
doing.
kicked. I don't know
Yeah.
why they want to go to Atlanta, but it is what it is, man.
Well, we know that's they probably dishing out that paper. Atlanta, is hot right now. Literally
They
probably.
hot. Yeah.
As
All
far as
right.
like money, like as far as money,
Yeah,
they got some money out there in Atlanta, so they trying to. I guess they going out there for that money.
yeah, I hear
But
you.
yeah, man. As far as with this trade, man, I think it's a okay trade. I mean, it's not great, but I preferred for us to get the two first. I was hoping for that since this was a late pick in the first round, but I mean, now I'm just hoping that this first year, with that second round pick end up being like in the early 30s, you know,
Right,
early to mid 30s. Now, but yeah, man, that's pretty much all I got, man. I ain't too mad. I ain't mad at it, and I ain't like ecstatic about it either. So
mm, I hear you. I hear you.
yeah, man. But yeah, man, thank you for having me on, bro. Just want to tell everybody who that, and I'll be listening.
All right, man. Thanks for joining in, man. Nice to have
Oh, no problem. All right.
you. And we got JT in the building, man. Let's go. What's up?
Hey, well, yeah, WD, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm alright, man. You finally got that.
Yeah.
I know you're not too thrilled, but let's talk about it.
No, I'm not. I'm not. But you know, I already knew it from the beginning. I tried to get
Mhm.
everybody prepared for the friendly deal. You know,
Yep.
you heard me talking to you the other day about it, WD. I mean, you know,
Yep.
it's crazy, but I already knew the deal was made. Now I'm gonna ask you something. Sean Payton, didn't this deal come across to you like he made that deal? Like he fixed his way to where he want to go. You know, he fixed his team. He picked the team he want. He already knew. I preached this the other day. He already knew where he was going. So I tell everybody, don't let them fool you out there. Don't let them fool you. And look at the deal we got. You know what this pick come from? This pick comes from the Miami pick when Miami didn't have a first round. That's
No, JT, you cut out, man. You're cutting out, JT. I'm gonna wait
this.
on you, man.
You can hear me? You got me?
Yeah. You back. You back.
All right. All right. I'm saying they fixed this deal to where Sean Payton fixed this to where he was satisfied with. And I talk about this all the time. It shouldn't be that he has to be made happy, like Mickey Loomis said. He has to be he has to be the catalyst to this whole thing. No,
Right.
we are the team. We should have fleeced some of these teams, man.
Right.
We should have got a number one pick. We should have, if Arizona wanted a number one or whoever, wanted Sean Payton, let them have it because they was better positioned, you know. But Sean Payton didn't want to go to them teams, man. I'm telling you what's going on.
I think,
He
man.
did,
I think they wanted 2 first-round picks, and I think they saw that teams wasn't
that,
going for it, so they
but
just
that
had to
was,
settle.
but that was just for us to hear that out there. Oh, he wanted 2 fifths. No, remember Sean Payton when he said this.
Oh, he gone. All right, JT, I'm gonna wait for you, man. I'm gonna read some of these comments. James Smart said that's a good choice. Let him heal and get him right for next season. You talking about Hooker, right? Yeah, Hooker. I wouldn't mind that. Michael Thomas, what's up with you, Michael Thomas? Hooker is good. James Smart says Michael Thomas. I wouldn't chance let sit another year. Don't rush him back. T Mama, I see you. Terror. We got JT back, so let's go get him back in. All right, JT, you back?
You can hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, yeah. I was saying, I'm sorry for cutting off, man. I don't know. People
Oh,
trying to, call me, but it's just something, man, about this, man. I'm telling you, I analyze stuff really, really good, and I'm looking at how this went down. There's just no way. How you go to a 29th pick? See, Sean Payton fixed this, man. Remember, he said Mickey Loomis was looking to trade him for a mid-round pick, and I'm like, a mid-round pick? No, you're going for whatever we say you're going for. What we want you to. I'd have had him. I'm gonna tell you, WD. I'd have had him stay at Fox for 2 years. I'd have left him there and forgot about him. Just left him right there. Had all his rights. I would have forgot about him. Left him right there. Now you ain't gonna go out here and fix no deal for yourself and come out on top. You know,
Right.
I don't like that. That's not right. You know. And I'm listening to all the sportscasters and your people, the Bobby Abears, all the different people talking about, oh, this was a good deal for the Saints and everything. No, they want you to keep listening and they want you to keep watching. You understand? That's what they want you to do. They're playing with your intelligence, man. I've been repeating this from the last show. They're playing with everybody's intelligence. Look at football for what it is. It's a little kids game. That's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be fun, you know?
Mhm.
But they making it bad. They intervening with all of this stuff that's going on and messing with. After a while, and I said this on Big Q show, After a while, football is not going to be generated the way it used to be. It's not going to be regular. After a while, they're going to have more different football entities that's around, and you ain't going to worry about the NFL. It's going to be so much other stuff. You know,
Right.
they got too much talent out there, bro. How you gonna tell me you got a guy on your football team, and I'm talking about Sean Payton, telling me that this guy looked like Steve Young? Who he was fooling? Who he was fooling? Who's fooling? He's not fooling me. No, I watch football too much. You ain't fooling me. You ain't gonna tell me this man look like Steve. I mean, all of that stuff, man, and what messes me up. That would mess me up when people try to play with you and tell. That's why I said right now the Saints is not right now. Started when he left, is under a rebuilding situation. They don't want to say it, but that's what it is. So when your team is rebuilding, you won't become. First of all, you got to become competitive. Second of all, you got to be able to compete in championship. Thirdly, that's 3 years. Then you might make the playoffs. You should make the playoffs and everything, especially in today's world of sports. It should be 2 to 3 years and you in the playoffs. If you don't make the playoffs in them years, you done. You done. You see, you won't make it. So I'm to the point right now where the Saints, I don't see the Saints playing competitive to do anything in the next 2 years. And I just prepare everybody. I'm sorry. I don't know if y'all feeling what I'm saying, but I'm very sorry. But they won't be there this year. Their team, here's the next move, WD. I'm gonna tell you. Now remember, I'm telling you this. This is the next move. Instead of us fleecing teams, guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna start. John Payton gonna come gonna start pulling some of our coaches. Remember, that's why they tagging along. Watch, it's coming.
That was already speculated.
Yeah, that's coming. That's coming. It's gonna be a few of them. It's coming, and then it's going. Yeah, that's who I think going. That's who I watch. Watch what I'm saying.
He need to take him.
And it might be him and that special teams coach. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a couple of people, and it's gonna the next down the line gonna be some players. You understand? Remember that. And now all these players was in Sean Payton's offense. Now watch what I'm saying. Come draft time, don't be shocked. They have 2 big names that the Saints that's gonna go around saying the Saints trading. And I'm telling you, and they're gonna be shocked. And I'm gonna name both of them here on your show. And this JT saying this: Alvin Kamara, Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill is already being rumored right now. So
exactly. Watch it. It's rebuilding, man. We last in the division. That's me. I'm saying my own team because I watch football. We last in the division next year. So prepare. Everybody prepare. Prepare yourselves. That's all I can say. And
I'm saying Atlanta is still Atlanta, man. That's the reason why I'm saying that.
Atlanta.
JT, you done cut out again, man. Tara T Mama Smacky Smith, nice to see you, man. She said, "Blessings, fam. I'm here for a bit, but the loss of my parents been tough. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Tara. Prayers to you." JT is trying to get back in here. I'm so sorry to hear that, Tara. Prayers for you and the fam. Michael Thomas says, Burrow played after he tore his ACL. JT.
That's where he's going too. That'll be the next one, WD. That's the other name I was going to pop up.
Well, yeah, that was when he restructured his contract, that was pretty tough.
Right, that was it right there. And they say he got until I think it's June or something like that, till they make up their mind to what they want to do. Their mind gonna be made up come draft time. Their mind already made up. Everything is already written. They don't understand, but they're not playing with my mind because I already see it. I already see what's going on. We stuck with a coordinating coach. You understand? We stuck with a coordinated offensive mind, the guy, he's gonna be gone anyway. He's gonna be gone. You understand? Now we're gonna have to deal with what we have. Now we're not sure if the other guy gonna stay here. What's his name? The guy from Miami a while back. He's Ireland, Jeff Ireland.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we not sure he's gonna stay here because I don't know anything about his contract.
I mean, look, it's been right on the wall, you know. Just how, you know, some of the good drafts we've had and everything, some of the certain players, it's already been, you know, written that, you know, he's not going to be here soon. So I mean, not to say that's going to happen this year, but you know, I'm actually shocked that he's still here because you know, his track record right now, is pretty good. I just thought for sure he would be a GM somewhere else, or about now, but not the case. Fortunately for us, because I mean, I tell you what, if anything, he does know how to scout DBs, man. I can't see the same thing about DEs, defensive ends, and stuff like that. But when it comes to DBs, you know, he knows how to scout. So.
But watch what I'm gonna tell you. Watch, I'm gonna put this in your head right here. If Jeff Ireland is here by time Sean Payton gets his person over there, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Mickey Lumen in 2 years gone. Jeff Ireland gonna be the new guy.
Well, you know what's funny? I was thinking that for a while too. I was thinking like Lumen, for some reason I got a feeling he's gonna retire from him. So.
Yeah. Believe yourself, man. Believe yourself. Don't go with your first mind. You got plenty. You talk. hear you all the time, man. You have grade A sense. I'm telling you, and you come up with the best of what you have to say. I mean, and it be on point. Go with your first notion. You say that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen, man. Watch what I tell you. And the Saints going to be. I was telling a friend of mine today. I told him if everything break down like I'm thinking it's going to start breaking down, the Saints ain't going to be 2 to 3 years away. Saints going to be 3 to 5 years out, and that's when you're going to be talking about ownership. I'm telling you, it's bigger than what we're saying right now. Look at this thing. Look at this. Look at it. It's bigger. Did you ever see any of this going on when Tom Benson was living? It was never that kind of. It was.
You cut out again, JT. You're here, but you cut out.
No way. You know, it just. I remember Sean Payton had sat down years ago. When Tom Benson was a little sick, he sat down years ago, supposedly met Dallas owner in a club or a restaurant, bar, somewhere. And I think it was on the lakefront too, if I'm not mistaken. I know a lot of stuff now, WD. I watch and I read a lot. I think it was at the lakefront, Millionaire Port over there. And Tom Benson got a whiff of that and brought Sean Payton in that office. You know what I think he told him? Do you want to coach the Saints right now? Do you want to coach him? If you do, you got to stay out of this guy's face or this snapper face and do this, and do the right thing. I think Tom Benson got on him because then Tom Benson, after so many months, he tore that contract up and cut him a new contract. Because he knows he's a money grabber. That's what he is. That's why he went to Denver. Denver was paying him the most. See, no, it's not being said. It's not being said right now. You ain't hear nothing about contracts right now, huh? Because they say he never signed it. He still haven't signed it. Nah, he signed it. He signed it. Y'all just want to put the numbers out right now. Y'all just want to put the news out about him first. Then you're gonna get the numbers later. See, they can't play with me. I know a little bit too much. You understand? To be sitting up here letting them dictate my mental and for them. No, I already know. That's what they're gonna tell you about the numbers. Watch these people being paid Sean Payton from 20 to 25 million. They're gonna want to pay him. Watch what I tell you. It's a lot of stuff, man, that's going on that they think we can't weed through or think through or believe in. Believe your first notion or something. When your mind say, well, why are they doing it? When you got to question yourself and say, well, then why are they doing that? I wouldn't do that. Well, you know what's going on. Is that friendly deals. That's all. They're not worrying about the organization. They worry about the coach.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what
Right.
that's about. And I like football. I watch football with the Saints and everything. And I watch all the other teams. Like the guy was on just a few minutes ago. He was talking about the Kelsey brother and Andy Reid and them. That's a coincidence, right? That the brothers gonna play each other. It's a coincidence that Andy Reid playing his former team. I know it's a coincidence, just something, huh? But every Super Bowl they gotta have what? They gotta have some kind of thing to talk about with what's going on. Something it's gotta be to be talked about. Like the Saints, they played Indianapolis in the Super Bowl. Oh, the man grew up down there. He knew this and all of that. Yeah, it's a coincidence. It's set up. That's what it is. Just like the other guy just said, you got to realize all of that stuff. Realize it. The referees being taught. It's a lot of crooked stuff, and it won't last for long. It won't last for long. I'm gonna say that about football. Period. It won't last for long. So just enjoy it while it's here, I guess.
I think you done cut out again, JC. Yeah, you done cut out again.
It always comes with the competitor, Always.
Yeah.
Always. Years ago, they used to have this New Orleans Breakers, and that's go years ago. I don't know if you was old enough to know about that, but that was a football team. They had a team going on there, and everybody watched the team, and they was putting so much. Everybody was putting so much into going to the games and everything that they had to wipe out. They had wiped it out because they was taking the NFL. It was taking it away. It was taking the NFL away. They wasn't worried about it as much. But when they took it away, then everybody went on toward the NFL. You see, but they need the competitor, and I know it's coming. I know it's gonna come. And it's going to wipe the NFL. It's going to put the NFL back on level ground. You understand? Right back. Watch what I tell you. Because they're gambling now. They have all of this involved. That's money. And the bigger the money, the bigger the people around. And then guess what? They're going to say, well, you know what? Let me come in and get involved in this and have me a football team. Have me so many teams and start growing from there. It's going to happen. But again, I just had to call and come and talk to y'all about this scandal that's going on over there on airline highway. You see.
You don't be playing with them.
No, indeed. Indeed. They ain't gonna do that to me. I work. Let me tell you something. I work all my life, man. I'm 63 years old. I work all my life, and I'll be out here doing, looking at different things that go on in the world today, and like me and Q and them talk about from time to time, you got to really stay into your word. You understand, God, and God wants you to have common sense. You understand? You want your children to be involved in church and in the spiritual world, but you want them to have, God want them to have common sense. You understand? Common sense to what's going on in this world today, so they don't get left behind. So keep yourself going, man, and you stay up. I don't know where CB at, but tell CB, hope he all right. And,
oh yeah, he all right, man.
Yeah, and everybody and y'all just stay strong. But guess what? They not gonna fool us, WD. We already know.
For sure.
Yeah, we already know. So you have your good night here.
Hey man, you too, man.
All right, brother. All right.
Who that to you?
Who that? Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm gonna read the rest of the comments, man. I guess I'll be out. Let's see. Where were we? So Ryan Shout out to you, Ryan. You said we got screwed over. How we give them our third round pick? That's what I'm trying to figure. I don't know why we gave our third round pick, but I know I've been saying it is what it is a lot. This. I ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna try not to say it again, but we should have got the first, second, a third, and a fourth or fifth. This was trash trade once again by Mickey. Hey man, look, at this point, let's just settle for that first round. I know we did get a second round, but man, more importantly, that first round pick. Yeah, so glad that they actually got something, a first round in general, And I know we shouldn't just, settle for less like that, but yeah, I was about to say it again. I ain't gonna say it though. Aaron George, he said early birthday present to me, February 2nd. Who we trading up for? We'll see. Happy birthday to you. Happy early birthday to you. We got another caller in the house. Donald James. Shout out to you. How you doing?
Good man. How y'all doing, fellas?
Oh, I'm doing all right, man. Just glad that we got something, what I mean, at this point.
Right. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm gonna give a unpopular opinion,
Okay.
but to me personally, I think it's a fair trade because Sean Payton been mediocre at best
Ooh.
for the
Ooh.
past. If you go back and look at it, the
Uh-oh.
past 14 years, 14 years, he been in one NFC Championship game since the Super Bowl, and I mean that was the Rams game, but that is what it is. But besides that, what can we really have to build off of Sean Payton as far as what he's done as far as a coach? Is really that's it. The
Mm-hmm.
one Super Bowl. So everybody, I know us as Saints fans, we put him up there because he's always he brought us winning. We didn't know what that was before. You know what I mean? I've been a fan since
Right.
'99, so I know most people been a fan longer than I have, who's older. But I've been a fan since '99. Jeff Blake was my favorite quarterback,
Mm.
but Sean Payton came in, he did what he do, but the past 14, 15 years, it's been the same thing. Saints get knocked out most of the
Mm-hmm.
time in the first round. We'll be lucky if we got past that.
Mm.
And that was with bona fide teams, man. And every year we would get knocked out for the same over the same reason.
Yep.
And most of the time it was on
Look,
him.
look, when you say that, usually it's something it will be wild card, then it'll be divisional,
I
then
don't know
back to
how you
back.
feel about that, but that's just how I see
No,
it.
no. I'm right there with you because here's why. When you look at the Super Bowl mashup, whether people say it's rigged or not, when you look at it, man, you looking at the Eagles who just went to the Super Bowl in 2017. They back in the Super Bowl, within 5-6 years, and then you look at the Chiefs. The Chiefs are back in the Super Bowl 3 years out of the last 4 years or so. Man, come on, man. What, fifth straight AFC championship? You're looking at other teams like, let's see. I mean, the Bengals just made it into the AFC championship the past 2 years. You know what I mean? The 49ers have been to the NFC championship, the past, four? I would say the four out of the last 7 years or something like that. And I mean, you can go all the way back to 2013. They've been to the NFC Championship for 3 straight seasons from 2011 to 2013. But when you look at all that, and you look at all these teams that's been to the championships multiple times within a few years, they've not only had different coaches, head coaches at that, but they also got different rosters. I just look at that and I look at back at our appearances. We have three different three NFC championship appearances, 2 losses. Obviously got robbed on one. And then, obviously we won one in 2009 to win the Super Bowl later after that. I'm just thinking, man, all this, and you looking at all these other teams making it back to the ball dance, man, just within a few years. It just tell me that, is he really worth 2 first round picks? So I agree with you. You know what I mean?
And see, that's my biggest thing is like people mad and upset that they didn't get more, but at the same time, you don't think these other coaches that not coaches, but other GMs and managers don't see, owners see what this man did, and not only that, he quit on the Saints.
Right.
He straight up quit on the Saints. You know what I mean? They see that. You think they don't hear the reports of Sean Payton wanted to quit back when Anthony Davis was here?
Right. Exactly.
Some people see all that. So why would I want to bring somebody to my team when he's not reliable like that?
I'm right there with you.
I said I know our fans. I get it. You know what I mean? He did bring a winning culture to us, but at the same time, he also been mediocre, and we can't open our eyes and see that. But that's what he's been. That's just the truth. He's been mediocre. You know
I'm not gonna go too far as saying mediocre, but I agree with you. I don't think he's been as great as what where everybody makes him out to be. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a good coach, but you know what I'm saying? It's just about how good is he, you know what I mean? So I agree with you to that extent. I do. I really do.
So if you go back and you look at coaches in the NFL, besides Mike Tomlin, have you seen any other coach with the stability that he had when he was with us? None. You won't find that because that's a show me now. This is a show me now league. If you're not showing me what I want to see, guess what? I'm gonna get rid of you. Now he wanted control and everything else. He had that here. So my biggest thing is, why was he in such a rush to leave here? What was the reason I wanting to leave? Because this is what he built. He wanted this. He built this. Anything that he wanted, he got. Anything he wanted changed, he made a change. So you had everything you ever wanted. So what was the point of leaving here? And that's what owners see. Owners see that. What was your point of leaving? Because you had everything you wanted done.
Exactly.
Everything.
That's why I hope it crash and burn, man. Because I'm telling you, I'm gonna laugh. Well, I'm gonna get my juice on. You best believe that.
Right, and that's why I said I get it. I get why people frustrated because he is a good coach. He's everything that we known as a winner. I known as a winner as far as the Saints go.
Right.
But in time, if you go around, and I'm a fan of football, so I watch every team. But my team is the Saints. But I watch all the games. I watch all the teams. I watch all the coaches. I could break down anything you want. But at the same time, I'm real. I'm gonna be a realist about it. And to me personally, he was mediocre at best. And I won't say at best, he was a good coach with mediocre ways. And the record could be what it is. He has a great record. But the thing that counts for teams is that playoff winning losses. That's what matters the most to most people. What you doing when you get to the playoffs? And he's 500. He's one game above 500. He's like 9-8. So that's what people look at. Those people is wanting to fire Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell almost put the Detroit Lions in the playoffs. You know what I mean? They went like 5 seasons in a row winning one game. You know what I mean? He changed the culture after 1 year. They were talking about firing this man in the second year. You know what I mean? That's the state of the NFL. That's how it goes. If you're not producing when we want to see it, we gonna make changes. And that's why I don't like Dennis Allen as the coach. I want to sit here in front, but I'm okay with giving him a second chance and seeing what he do on the second year. The first year kind of a wash. You know what I mean? It's a wash. You take somebody else's team. You don't have no cap space. You don't have nothing. You know what I mean? You're a lame duck, honestly. And that people don't see it. Most people don't see it like that. But that's what he is. He in the lose-lose situation. And most people won't see it like that. Oh, Sean Payton had that same team and he went 8-9. We all know Dennis Allen ain't Sean Payton.
Right.
I mean, so let's not kid ourselves. The man won 4 games and 8 games in 3 seasons. Let's not kid ourselves. We know who he is, but at the same time, we also know that ain't nothing around him perfect. Ain't nothing around him to succeed right now. Nothing. Even when you give him the draft this year, it won't be the Saints $60 million over the cap right now. The season ain't even in yet for this year, and they over the cap by $60 million for next year. And that's what that man have to deal with. So he's a lame duck, and he probably gonna get fired because I don't see him doing good as a coach.
Right, exactly. That's the way I see it.
So
same thing with Pete Carmichael.
Right, both of them, they both gonna be gone,
Mm-hmm.
and people don't see it like that, but they both they lame ducks, and the Saints knew what they were doing when they kept him here, because they knew they wouldn't be able to find a coach who's gonna come into this situation and be okay with it.
Hmm.
And that's kind of where I view the team at. It's like, I get why people expect more of it because that's what we used to now. But before Sean Payton got here, that was a team, and we wasn't that great. Just
Right.
bro, we was not that good. And I still went to the games. I still showed up. Still went everything. Still supported them. I still will. But the the realization is, this is who we was before he got here.
Mm.
Exactly what you see right now.
Yeah.
So, that kind of is what it is. I know you probably got more people calling, but that's just how I view it.
Yeah, I mean, no, man. You like I said, I pretty much agree with you with Sean Payton. It just you might have heard what I've said. I've said it multiple times through multiple shows that just 1 year after Drew Brees, man, retiring, and you out of here, man. It just tell me everything I need to know. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And then you looking for a well-established quarterback. And not even, the headline is, can he fix Russell Wilson? So
Right.
it's like that's just how I see it. I agree with you, man. And really, I mean, you basically did hit. I mean, because like, what head coach would want to be putting stuck in this situation? I think some coaches would still take it, because I mean, you still got talent on the defense.
Right.
I mean, you got pieces on the offense. So I mean, I think there will be some head coaches that are interested in this, in the team. But you kind of hit it on the mark right there. I think every fan can agree, though. That don't mean we want to sit and like, even if Loomis was thinking that, we don't want to sit through this BS, man. I mean,
Right.
but it is. I almost said it again. I probably did already say it again.
I hope Dennis Allen do good, and I hope he proved me wrong. But at the same time, the things just don't line up for the man. I mean,
Yeah.
he ain't got a quarterback. He came into a situation with no quarterback. Jameis Winston was not his choice, and I hate when people say he didn't like Jameis and this and that. Jameis wasn't the man's choice. He didn't want Jameis. He never wanted Jameis.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty telling. Well, I mean, see, when you say that he didn't want Jameis, I guess that is true, because at the same time, they they was going after Deshaun Watson. The fact that we didn't win that one, the fact, I feel like we had to settle for Jameis. But my whole thing, if that's true, if you didn't want Jameis, why sign him? You know what I mean?
Right.
So
because they promised him, so that's why he only signed a 2-year deal. They promised him the starting job.
right.
But that was the reason they bought Andy Dalton in. As soon as something friction off, they put him in the game.
Yeah.
The way his contract was structured, if he played 75% of the snaps, he was guaranteed a $2 million roster bonus.
Right.
Andy Dalton, he got a bonus for playing a certain amount of time, and I know that's built into everybody's stipulation. With those contracts, how they work with backups, they built into there. But that was the reason they put his thing so high if he played 75% of the games. That's why he never went back to Jameis.
Right.
He promised Andy Dalton something. If Jameis was to fall off, I'm gonna put you in. That was his word, and that's what he stuck by.
Man, I just hope I don't gotta see that man again. And I mean, you know what I'm saying? You look at that and look. I mean, like, really, that's really another topic, by the way. Even with Sean Payton, it's like, look, and I know other teams pass up on him, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? You had a Kenny Pickett in this past draft. We had other needs, but let's keep it real. I mean, if you don't believe in Jameis, if you snuck him signing Andy Dalton for to be a backup to later down the line make him be a starting QB, you got quarterbacks in the draft like Kenny Pickett You know what I'm saying? Even a Brock Purdy, you know what I'm saying? That goes to show you that other teams evaluate players better than others, right? It's just, I'm just saying, like, you look at all that, man,
And
and just the
the
fact.
reason they didn't draft the quarterback, I'm telling you, is because they promised him if something was to fall off, he was going to get in there. That's why they didn't draft the quarterback. They would have drafted a quarterback who the Saints fans would have been screaming at if Jameis got hurt to go in the game. Sure, not Andy Dalton.
Right.
They were going to be screaming for that quarterback that they picked in the first or second round.
Oh, man.
I watch football, man. I swear I watch football a lot, bro. And to see things come full circle, when you sitting there thinking about it, you like, why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? And then you get to the end of the season, that's why they was doing this. And then you hear about these special bonuses. That's why they was doing that. You hear about coaches not wanting to come here to coach this team right now. That's why they stuck with Pete Carmichael. It's not because he wanted to. His job is tied to Pete Carmichael now. If Dennis Allen fell, Pete Carmichael fell, they both getting fired. They already said that. We know that. So he like, I'm gonna throw my hat in the ring with him because at least I know him, and that's where they at right now. They gonna go down swinging together. I can respect it, but it ain't gonna work. If it didn't work this year, what makes you think it's gonna work next year? And next year you don't even have no quarterback now because I'm pretty sure Jameis ain't gonna come back.
Absolutely not, and that's why I just know they might end up resigning this dude though. But I promise you, I would not watch. I know, like, I'm a Saints fan, man, but I can't deal with that no more. I've seen enough of that. I'm sorry.
And everybody go back to, oh, he played good though. Look at his numbers. Numbers lie.
Shit.
Well, they said numbers don't lie. Oh, well, numbers tell part of the story. Because if you go back and look at when he was getting a lot of those yards and a lot of those touchdowns, it was garbage time. We was already out of games.
That donut is enough of a number for me.
Exactly.
Donut versus 49, that was enough for me, man.
Yep.
The Bucks game, oh my God. I'm not about to sit up and go down on this. You get it. You get it.
Oh, no. Yeah, the Cardinal game showed it for me. When they kept him in for the Cardinal game,
for sure.
I knew that let me know Jameis was done. When the Cardinal game happened, that let me know Jameis was completely done. He wasn't seeing the field no more. When they let him get away with what he got away with against the Cardinals, I knew it was over.
All right. Yeah, man. I don't want to say I was gonna say. I said I wasn't gonna say it is what it is, man. But no, what else? I have nothing else to say, man. Like this is where we at for real.
Yep. But man, I don't want to hold you up, bro. I know you got the callers probably, and you reading that chat, man. But look, it was good chatting with you, bro. I listened to the show. I usually can't catch y'all live, so I go back and watch the show. Usually while I'm at work, I watch it the next day. You know, catch it when I'm getting in the shower, using the bathroom. You know, I sit on the toilet 30 minutes like most men. But that's how I catch the show, catch up with everything. But it was good chatting with you, bro.
Hey man, well, look, man, you was hitting on a lot. You and JT for sure, man. But man, I thank you for stopping by, man, telling us how you feel. Real talk, man. We just gonna have to go through this. I don't want to say accept it, man, because as fans, I mean, pretty much we are venting. We are all venting right now, so it's not like that we can accept. There's only so much we can do, but man, you hit it on the mark. Who that to you? Have a good night, man.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Thank you, bro.
For sure, man. All right. We actually got the host in the house, people. CB, what's up?
Yo, what's good, fam? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. We can hear you.
Oh. Man, I've been so busy today, man. I didn't even know you went live, so I'm definitely
I had to go live.
Oh, it's all good, fam. But yeah, man, I seen the news. I'm still trying to get what all we're getting. Is it? I know we're getting and then we're getting what, their second, and then we're gonna get their third next year.
Yes, yeah. I think you said it. So pretty much, we getting the 29th. It was the 30th, but remember Miami they forfeit they pick for ironically tampering with Sean Payton. And yes, 2024 second, and we are trading our third. Why we are trading our third, I'm not too happy about that. But yeah,
Oh
why
well.
are we trading? Like why are we trading picks, man? That's what I don't get. Man. Come on.
Oh well, Mickey, he didn't let his nuts hang. Like the
Yeah,
sources
yeah.
were saying, like he was, he wanted to. For he didn't let his nuts hang. He folded up at the end.
Yep.
Like we were saying, we hope Mickey, gonna let his nuts hang, and he didn't at the end. He didn't stand 10 toes down on trying to get 2 first rounds instead of getting what we got. And then we gave up something.
Yeah, we gave
I
up the
thought
third.
all
That's
this
what
was
I'm
supposed to
saying.
be for just him. Period. Shouldn't have been
That yeah,
sending nothing that way.
yeah.
So yeah,
Every time, dog.
that's I really hadn't. I'm just now getting back in and stuff. I hadn't even had time to really look into it. I just seen it, and I was making sure I was looking at all what we was getting. And I seen it through Twitter, so I was just looking at some of the responses, and you got guys coming out saying, it's a lot of Saints fans. You got some Saints fans upset and stuff like that, and saying, we couldn't have got nothing. That's true and dandy, but at the end of the day, at the end of the day, got a guy like John Gruden. I know that's 2002 and stuff like that, but Sean as a coach, he's not no slouch. You seen what he have done with a franchise. Breeze doing what he done. Helped out as well. But you seen what Sean done for our franchise. Turned into a competitive team season in and out. Even during the 7 seasons, we still had a chance to win ball games. We went into the ball game knowing that we had a chance to win that game, and that's been for the past 15 years. So I'm just saying, you got a coach like that. I'm not saying he know Bill Belichick or not like that, but if John Gruden could have got 2 first rounds, at least could have got at least a first and second this year. I'm still on why is we sending pieces? Why is we sending something to the Broncos? This was supposed to be everything for just Sean Payton.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like, I felt like we had to settle because nobody was gonna, nobody was gonna just give up two firsts for him. But just to top it off, like the third round pick, I'm like, huh? Sending a third? I don't get it, man. I don't get that, man.
But basically the 29th pick, that's really like a second round.
Mhm.
If you really think about it.
I feel like we
Yeah,
drafting
we
Hooker
couldn't.
anyway.
I
I
I I see what Saints fans saying, but at the end of the day, somebody was gonna get Sean Payton anyway.
mhm.
I mean, eventually. So why not? Even even if he would have went back to Fox, if you want 2 first round picks, stand on that shit. Stand on. And if that means to go back to Fox for another year, so be it.
So
And
you
then you
think
may
you
have like a Chargers team that may not make, if they don't make the playoffs next year, the Chargers might be willing to do that.
right?
I know as Saints fans, we wanted it to happen this year. I did too,
Mhm.
but I wouldn't have mind waiting another season and get 2 first rounders. I wouldn't have minded that at all.
Right.
But it is what it is, man. Like I said, Sean and Mickey, they got a good friendship. I heard something, saying that they was best friends. You got that kind of rapport. Mickey let the personal get, inside the business, especially when you sending Sean a 3rd round pick. Why is you sending this, man? That's got friendship written all over that. That's pleasure. That ain't business right there. So he didn't let his nuts hang at the end of the day, regardless of what he started off demanding. He eventually folded.
Mm. Well, just hearing you say all this, man, I mean, pretty much JT, he's in the comment section right now. He's saying, I'm with you, CB. You don't give up something until you get something. That's what I said. You are right, CB. He was hitting it earlier. I saw Uptown comment earlier on Twitter, man. I was expecting him to be a, but yeah, I mean, pretty much, I mean, agreed. There's nothing else I can add to that, really. I'm just thinking, like, I can't say that, he was desperate. I can't say that, Mickey Loomis was desperate because, I mean, if you were so desperate, you would have got rid of DA or something, man. So, DA and P. Carmichael. So, I don't even think it's that. I'm just thinking they looking at it that they wanted compensation this year, rather than next year because obviously they would have did what y'all said, to do. But
But this, I mean, it just is what it. I mean, I understand. I mean, I see what somebody saying. Be appreciated. I'm not going. I'm not going to ride with that. At the end of the day, Sean Payton was under contract. The man back. I mean, that was on Sean. He decided to. I'm not going. CB. I'm not going to say he quit on us. I'll just say he left her. He left.
Shit, CB, that man quit on us. CB, stop it. That man, that man quit on us, man.
But
that man, he lasted 1 year without Drew Brees, and he said, "No, I'm out." Just CB, look, I'm gonna just tell you like this, bro. Just like old boy said, I forgot who it was earlier, man. He said it when he was messing with Miami. That right there should tell you everything. He's sitting up here trying to go to Miami with Brady, man. Come on. That man quit on us, dog.
But I mean, yeah, what I would say, we say he quit. Okay, he quit on us, but he was still on the contract. So I mean, Sean Payton the one agreed to that deal. And if he decided to back out the contract, I mean, of course the team gonna use the leverage on that. If he wanna come back and coach in the NFL, and obviously we sticking with DA, I mean, that's all on Sean's, but it ain't like we better be glad we even getting something. Nah, it ain't not like that. He was under contract. He decided to leave the team. So that was all business right there. It ain't no we better be glad we like, man, nah, hell no.
I'm laughing, bro. I'm laughing because I'm trying to figure out who out here saying y'all are ungrateful. Who's saying this?
Nah, it's big names. One of the dudes on Saints, I ain't gonna throw no jabs or nothing like that, cause I mean, I watch, some of their content.
I think I know who you're talking about. I know.
It's one of the Saints Hour people, but
my god, no. See, I don't, and see most of their takes. I don't agree with most of these takes. I feel like I'm gonna keep it real. I feel like they playing for the enemy, bro. I feel like they cheering for the enemy because I know a few of them. They're the ones who wanted to trade CD. So, they was sitting up there advocating for it. So, yeah. So, I mean, to be frank and honest with you, man, real talk, man. A lot of them takes, man, especially on Twitter, I'm just like, what is y'all talking about for real? Like, because, I mean, I feel as though a lot of these people, they like, oh well, look, we had it worse than it was like this, it was worse before Sean Payton came. Man, the hell with all that, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep looking back at the past, y'all keep settling for less, y'all keep, oh, I was a fan this long, you know what I'm saying? So, you didn't have to suffer like we had to suffer. Man, that talk to me is just so crazy. Like that type of talk that I've seen, especially on Twitter, is ridiculous, man. You should always want your team to be competitive. Not to say that they will always be competitive. Being bad is one thing, but making foolish and dumb, idiotic moves, it just ain't it for me. man.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing about the whole situation. That's just like the past few years with Breeze. We should have been in the Super Bowl one of those seasons. Now to just sit here and be like, oh man, we could it could have been worse. We couldn't have made the postseason. We done like no foolish decisions was made for that, and
Exactly.
foolish decisions was made, to get us where we was this season. We
Right.
had to debacle to make the playoffs to win the division. I mean, that's
Man.
facts. Why is you bringing Jameis Winston in? Why is you bringing
Exactly.
him to the
Exactly.
team and you ain't even gonna let the man get a shot? If the man saying he can play, put him out there. So that didn't even make no sense right there. Why bring him? I mean, hell, you could have just brought somebody else. I mean, I really don't know what that was. You throwing Andy out there, you said he gave us the best decision to win. If that was the case, make that be known in the spring. Okay, you're gonna go with Andy.
Exactly.
I mean, so yeah, that really didn't make. That's just foolish decisions, and we
It
missing out
makes
on.
it makes no sense because Andy Dalton was available from jump. You know what I'm saying? We needed a quarterback. You know, if you really didn't want Jameis, then why resign him? If you knew Andy Dalton was out there too, it just don't make sense, man. It don't. So much contradiction, dog.
Yeah. But yeah, Mickey, I mean, the bottom line with this trade, he didn't let his nuts hang all the way through the process. He folded up. Now, as far as we know what Mickey gonna do with the cap, and this ain't got nothing to do with that side of things. I'm just talking about with this negotiation with the Sean Payton thing. I believe we could have got more out of it, and that's, I mean, to just be like, I better be grateful. I'm not gonna say that on my end. I'm not saying that because Sean Payton decided to back out of his contract. Whether that's whatever reason you want to put on it, he was under a contract, so it's a business. That's business move. So in order, a team had to get permission to talk. I mean, that's all business. So it ain't like Sean doing us a favor. We getting favors done. Nah, that's just part of the business. He didn't go through his whole contract with the New Orleans Saints, so he wanted to coach in the NFL. They was bringing DA back, so they made the move. They traded him.
And look, CB, whoever, everybody that's probably saying it, who, you know what I'm saying, will be grateful. I guarantee they're probably the same ones who probably thought we wasn't gonna even get a first round for him. Just foolish, man. That's foolishness, man. Like, come on, be for real.
I just seen Bobby Herbert, and I love Bobby Herbert. I listened to him. He said that he believed this is the best deal the Saints could have gotten. That's what it now. Maybe I don't know if he was talking about with Denver, because I do know Denver gave up a lot of draft capital.
Maybe with Denver. Yeah, clearly with Denver. Yeah.
Now, yeah, I mean, you talking about with the Denver Broncos. I mean, we shouldn't have traded this third round pick. I don't know what all they had available draft pick wise.
And you know what? Well, look, when I was on Dolph Show, man, I said, well, somebody in the comment section was like, and we might give out a pick. I was like, man, we better not give up no picks. And then they started hitting me. I'm like, man, it wouldn't even shock me if we do give up a pick. And sure enough, that's what they do. It's just I just don't like. To me, I'm fine with the first, the second, obviously. I'm just thinking like I don't know how you could just accept like, oh yeah, we gonna give you a third of next year of any year, really. I just don't get it. I don't get how you would accept
it. That came down to Buddy. Sean know that Denver didn't have no kind of draft picks because they gave half of them up for Russ to get Russ over there, and then giving them some up to us. So that was like a friendly move, and that's BS, Mickey. That's BS. That was BS at the end of the day, man. He did stand 10 toes down
Well, I would love to hear Uptown's take on this. I know he's livid right now. Man, it's like I don't know whether to be happy. It's like I'm not happy, but it's like, all right, we got a first round. I know for certain we are getting some quarterback out there, but it's like,
Boss like that CJ Stroud stuff. We out of that.
You think so?
Unless we gonna trade like a 2024
yeah, that's what I'm
first
saying.
rounder or something.
I think that's a possibility. I just don't know how high they can go, but we'll see, man.
We're gonna have to give up a lot to go from 29 all the way within the top 5. So they talking about the Panthers. They already talking about the Panthers saying that they the apple of his eyes. Some shit like that. And the Panthers got, I don't know what pick they got. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's the 3rd. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, man, that's all I got, WD, man. I just I've been busy, man. Had a busy day today. Yeah, like I said, man, I didn't even realize, you was live, fam. But
yeah, I mean, I've been live for a minute now. I wasn't planning to be on here this long. It was really gonna be a 20 minutes thing. Then everybody joined in. I mean, that's good. You know what I'm saying? I like the Saints interaction, man. Gotta love it, man. That's what we here for. But yeah, man. I mean, well, at least we can look forward to getting a quarterback. Not to say that they don't really do much with Pete Carmichael, but I mean, we could potentially be getting our future. I'm just gonna call it for what it is. I see us getting Hooker. I see that being even before the trade even went down. I was saying on Dolph Show, I was like, I just see us getting Hooker. I see it, man. Like,
yeah, I think he'll be there at 29.
Yeah. And I'm just saying, like, last year, just off of last year, they drafted the necessary needs. I can see them doing that this time around. I feel like he's going to be right there. All the other times we missed out on these quarterbacks, man, including with Sean. I mean, no better. There's no other time. You know what I'm saying? Like, why wait? Why wait longer? I mean, we're not tanking. DA, as much as we don't like him, he's still gonna be coaching for his job along with Pete Carmichael. It's not like this team gonna give up and just lose every game, so they're not tanking for no Caleb. As much as everybody want that, I shouldn't even be saying everybody, but you get the idea.
Man, AKA the scientist said Hooker a 4th rounder.
Man, look, look, we.
But it's been some 2nd, 3rd, 4th round of QBs is non-stop. I mean, so yeah, that necessarily don't mean nothing anyway.
I feel like the scientist. I'm just calling it the scientist. I feel like at this point we desperate, man. We desperate. We want a young QB at this point. We'll probably get a vet, but we desperate. So I mean, whether no matter how everybody look at Hooker, man, I see them pulling the trigger on him. I just see it. Yeah, that's the butterfly effect of passing on all these quarterbacks these past couple of years. That's including this past season. Yes, we needed a receiver. We definitely needed an offensive tackle. But I mean, you had Kenny Pickett too, right there. Whether you had doubt on him, that's about your evaluation. So it is what it is, man. That's the cause and the effect. So.
Thanks.
CB, and I know you missed it since you said you was busy, but I just hope they don't sit up here and bundle these picks that they just got to get Derek Carr. If they do that shit, I'm not watching. I'm not watching till he's gone. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
I highly
yeah. I mean, look, you say you highly doubt it, but it's not impossible. Just saying, it's not impossible, especially with DA, dog. With DA in the helm, man, I don't know. At this point, nothing should shock you. At this point, nothing. So, what is it? That is sad, bro. This is sad, man. Like, this is sad, dog. But again,
We'll see what happens.
yeah,
I mean, now that we got a first rounder, now we in the first round, so maybe we start get some clarity where they, what they want to do is you start hearing that stuff probably about a little bit after the Super Bowl or maybe before. We'll see, man. Yeah, but quarterback need to be the first thing.
absolutely, absolutely, man. I'm right there with you. I don't want to see no defensive ends, none of that. Nope. I get they need a defensive end, they need a defensive tackle. I know this, but bruh, shit.
Boy,
Yeah.
oh boy. Well, fam, I guess since I'm on, I guess we can. I'm going to close it out.
Yeah, we can close it out. We had a lot of comments. I feel like if I read all these comments, man, we'll be going over 2 hours or so. So I'm just Mocha. Shout out to Mocha. This is my first time seeing you. This is Shaka Laka Laka Khan. Okay, maybe the Saints maybe waiting for Jim Harbaugh to come out of college football. Well, look. I forgot who was interested in Jim Harbaugh. I think it was the Broncos. No, it was somebody. So I mean, I don't think he got a true offer. So I don't think that's the case, bro. I think he's just sticking with DA for another year, seeing what happens. Likely, probably going to be on his way out. But I definitely don't see that. Elite, shout out to you, Elite. Mocha says Andy Dalton numbers look good. I ain't trying to hear that. That zero in that 49ers game tell me everything I need to know. I saw with my own eyes what I saw. That Panthers game was brutal to watch. These are teams I can't stand. I just hate, man. 49ers, Panthers. The way you lost to the Steelers, dog. Man, I hate to say it, but even with Sean Payton, undefeated versus the Steelers, man. Come on, dog. So, yeah, man, this is pretty much all I got. This has been a WDN Chatline podcast. Make sure y'all like, subscribe if you haven't already. Share this stream, man. Help us grow. This off season, it seems like things are starting to crank up. I'm sorry, excuse me. It's getting exciting, I guess. I mean, can't get too exciting with DA and Pete Carmichael, but we got to work with what we got. That quarterback should be fun. That should be a fun discussion to come. It's going to get really crazy, and we'll be here. So make sure y'all stay tuned. And this has been WDN Chatline Podcast, and we are out. Who that for life?